Hello, everybody. I'm the official urban therapist. Welcome to another episode of Lunchtime Conversations. Um, my apologies for not having this at lunchtime, but urban schedule was really busy. So, yeah, had a really busy schedule today, so I was able to do it exactly on lunchtime. But however, we're gonna have this conversation right now. So once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Um, so let's have this conversation. Now, I have ran into a video on my Facebook page. This video shows a mother and her daughter, right? And on this video, um, well, how about this? I'm gonna show the video to y'all, and y'all judge it for yourself, and I'll give you my perspective about it. All right? How about we do it this way? So let me pull it up real quick, and y'all be the judge of this, okay?
Tell them how you feel.
I feel bad because people talk about my hair and it be getting to me when people do it and it make me cry and it make me feel bad about myself.
Okay. Okay. Wipe your face. Okay, what's the name of your condition?
Alopecia.
Do you feel like Rachel? You pretty girl, don't cry. Don't cry.
Oh, I don't have any lashes on. I really didn't know I was gonna get.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Before I give y'all my perspective, let me go ahead and shout out everyone who's here right now. And, Miss Lisa, I see you in the house today. I appreciate you tuning in. And she was saying she was asleep anyway during that time. I appreciate that. And we also got PMP. He said it, but I was looking it, but PMP actually said it. So let's have this brief conversation about this brief dialogue about this. All right. Okay. My question is, do y'all believe that this is great parenting on this lady part to display her daughter's medical condition on social media like this? Do y'all think that was a great course of action for her to do this? But what do y'all think? Because I'm giving y'all my perspective about this. Yeah, absolutely. I do agree with that too. That bullying need to be stopped. That's the this is the reason why so many of our children is experiencing so much hardship in school right now. We be having these police not police shooting, where we be having these school shootings a lot because children keep on being bullied. In fact, that's what happened at the one with the child over here in Texas because the child was being bullied all this time, and the child decided to take action about it. You know, so yeah, I agree with that 100%. And PNP said, "Heck no, hell no, that's not good parenting." Now check this out. When I look at this video is the exact equivalent of whenever people do Facebook videos and they display cutting their son hair because they act bad at school. This video is no different from that whatsoever. This is a horrible, horrible idea on this child mother part to do this to her. There are several different other ways that this could have been resolved. True enough, she probably was being bullied at school, especially dealing with all these different type of hardships at school. True enough. Fair enough. But there are so many different ways it could have been deviated besides placing this child on social media. And there ain't no telling how many friends and followers that this child mother has. She may have 100, she may have 1,000 something followers, and now this video is going viral. So yeah, absolutely, this wasn't a great part at all on this mother part to do this to a child. Because once again, there are so many different ways that this mom could do to solve the problem with her medical condition. There are several different ways, several different techniques that the mom could effectively utilize to help her daughter cope with that. A matter of fact, and I'm just judging it, okay, and being realistic. Why would you send your daughter to school like that anyway, knowing that she have a medical condition, knowing that there are certain different options available for her, knowing good and well that there are certain other options that she have available? She could either cut her hair off and go bald. She could wear wigs. She got all these different options available to her. Now on the video, PNP, basically what it was, the video is real quick, but basically what it was, this mother had did a Facebook Live with her daughter on her, right? And her daughter have a medical condition where it doesn't cause her hair to grow all the way out. It grows in spots. So her mother decided to do a Facebook Live on this to have her daughter speak about how the way she felt about kids bullying her at school. And so her mom asked her to tell everybody how she feel. And the child said that she felt bad. And the reason why she felt bad because the kids was bullying her at school because of her medical condition. Then after that, the mom asked her daughter to explain the medical condition that she did. Then after that, the child began to start crying. Then the mom told me, "Now don't cry, don't cry." Then that's when the video ended. So yes, to me, that is absolutely wrong. It is wrong. Yeah, I agree with you, Miss Lisa. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Just like I say, this is no different from when other parents do this to like other kids. Like they put their son on display for acting up in school or doing whatever it is they was supposed to be doing. That they take them and they cut their hair live just so they could be bullied. Or when a parent get on Facebook Live and literally discipline their children on live. Or talk about them on live. Yes, that is absolutely wrong. So I wonder, did this, by the mom making this decision to do this to her daughter, did this help her daughter cope? Did this help her daughter to gain confidence? Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. And I agree to that also. Now, one thing about it, Miss Lisa, about your comment is that the reason why I say I could see that and I could agree to that about speaking about bullying is because it could have been did more tactfully. knowing good and well that you about to get ready to put your daughter in display in front of thousands of people. What she could have did was something simple, like either give her daughter a wig or anything to put on. Then she could get on the camera and start speaking about it, like, hey, I have a medical condition. This is my medical condition, and so my hair doesn't, grow a certain way, And she could speak about that instead of blatantly have her daughter showing on display her actual medical condition right off the rip. So yeah, that's not right at all. That's not right at all. Yeah, I agree to that also. More and more, I'm starting to see the trend with social media. I'm starting to see more and more every day that the reason why a lot of people get on social media these days is just to create clout. It's because they want them likes. They want them followers. They want their support. I'm starting to see that trend more and more every day. Every day. Where people is using any and every little thing that they think is possible leverage to get on social media and to clout and to chase, to talk about people, to display private life matters on there. On my TikTok account right now, and also on my IG as well, there's so many women on there, so many women who are younger. They honestly believe the only way for them to get likes and following is for them to display themselves sexually and everything every single day. They honestly believe that, so they do it. Men do the same as that thing. They get on there, they're clout chasing everything on there on social media. But this is the generation that we're dealing with right now. This is the modern day generation that we're dealing with right now. Before I get off, this reminds me of a Bible scripture, right? It reminds me of the Bible scripture that says this: what profits a man if he gains the whole world, but yet loses soul in the process? What profits a man if he gains the whole entire world, but loses his soul in the process? So what do you mean by this, Urban? What's your perspective about this Christian scripture that you just quoted? I'm glad you asked. It means simply this: are you willing to give up your personal moral values, that very thing that makes you who you are you willing to give that up just for a moment, a time that's not even guaranteed to last? That's what it means to me. Are you willing to give up your moral values, your moral belief system, that very thing that makes you who you are, sell it, cash out on it just for a moment, just for that one moment of time? That's what it means to me. And unfortunately, people are doing it right now. Unfortunately, people are doing it right now. And what's sad about it is that, once again, people believe that this is the only way to go, when it's not. It's not. There are so many different ways to deviate certain problems or situations that you go through on an everyday basis. Yeah, I agree. And what's so sad about it is that fame is only temporary. It doesn't last a lifetime. Even being a celebrity, your fame is not guaranteed to last a lifetime. It's just a moment, and that's it. Just a moment. And by me being a content creator, I'm starting to see this trend more and more and more, more and more, where we selling ourselves just to get that one moment, just to get them likes, just to get them followers, just the people display hearts on your screen and stuff, just to get that temporary notoriety, all for the wrong reasons. Then once when that moment is gone, it's gone. Now this child is going to have to deal with this particular moment for a very long time. Because as we know, nothing disappears on social media. You could try to delete it. You can do whatever you try to do. But I guarantee that it's floating out there somewhere. And that child going to have to deal with that moment for a lifetime because it's floating out there. So, was that a good move on her mom's part to do that? I say no, it wasn't. I say it wasn't. So now her mom is going to have to be held accountable for this particular decision that she made on the behalf of her daughter. Yes, absolutely. This is an accountability moment. But just like I say, there could have been so many different ways she could have handled this. So many different ways. But she decided to choose the path that's going to get her the most likes, the most views, and the most followers, and the most sympathy, and the most empathy. And absolutely. Now, I can agree that the mom intentions was probably correct. The intentions probably could have been righteous as well. But was it the correct move to do? No. I'm reminded of this too, and I'm number one. And I'm reminded of this whenever I play chess or checkers. There's some moves that could be a great righteous move, and it could look good. But once you make that move, it could cost you the game. Let me give y'all another example. Many of y'all play on dominoes or bones, right? There's an old saying that my father used to tell me all the time when he was teaching me how to play dominoes. He used to say this. He used to say, son, not all money is good money. And he was so true about that. Because not all money is good money. So in other words, just because you have a certain domino and you can get that big 35 on there or whatever, that big money could cost you the game. It could very easily cost you the game. Because not all money is good money. Hey, what's up, Trey? Likewise, in this situation, not everything is good just because it look good It may sound good. You may be thinking about it like, man, this probably gonna be a good idea for me to go and do this, for me to expose my child medical condition and let her get on there, and we're gonna get her to want to cry on there, and we're gonna get these likes and views up, and maybe people will understand, so she could stop being bullied. It sounded good. It looked good. I mean, it looked good and probably in her mind, but once when she did it, wasn't a good look at all. Absolutely. We have to protect our legacy at all costs. We have to protect them at all costs. We shouldn't be treating our legacy or our children as a business move. Because true enough, in business, there are certain risks that you have to take. Either it's going to be good or it's going to be bad. True enough, in business. But however, when it's dealing with your legacy or dealing with your children, no, you shouldn't be that risky with your children. Especially when you know what you are already dealing with. You have to be more tactful. Furthermore, you have to think what would be the best solution for your children. Not the best solution for you, but you have to figure out what would be the best solution for your children, period. Because at the end of the day, the government and everyone, even if they want government or whatever, were to see this video. Matter of fact, even if, let's say, for example, even if CPS were to see this video, CPS would view this video and be like, man, hey, this mom has been an unfit mother because she is bullying her child. And they're going to look at what is going to be the best interest for their child. Not for the mother, but for the child, period. That's what they're going to do. And then there ain't going to be nothing that that parent could do about it. Ain't going to be nothing that their mom could do about it. All because of a bad decision when it could have been handled differently. There's so many courses of action she could have took. She could have if the child was having bullying problems, she could get that addressed to the teachers, the principal, the superintendent, all these different levels. They do have therapy for children as well, dealing with conditions like that. The mom made several different moves for her. If her child wanted to wear wigs or whatever, she could have provided wigs for her child if she wanted to do that. If not, if the child wanted to, just go ahead and have her hair cut bald, do that. Because it's a modern, seeing a woman bald these days is a normal modern day style now. Especially since the movie Black Panther made it popular. So now it's a modern day style. So yeah, there's some accountability there for real. Absolutely, Trey. That's when not only the parent have to do a due diligence, but she can actually report that school as well. Because nowadays, every school have an anti-bullying policy. Every school in every district around the nation has an anti-bullying policy. But everyone have to be held accountable, everyone have to do their due diligence. Everyone. Yeah, I pray also that that one beautician would be able to want to help that child out for real. Maybe it could be some silver lining behind this. It's possible. I'm not going to doubt it. But yet it's still, that's me personally looking at a perspective for, what I'm going for as a therapist and also as being a parent too. This wasn't a good look. This wasn't the best ideal based on how the way she did it. Because like I say, I had did everything possible to protect my daughter before bringing them on live. So y'all done seen it. Even when I brought my daughters on live, y'all done seen it. Because I know how people are, especially on lives. I know how people are. So I have to do my very best to protect them. So I'm not going to just bring them on and let them just do any old thing, look any old kind of way, none of the stuff, because I know how some people are. So you have to think that way too as a parent, like, hold up. Not everybody's going to be on my team when I do this. We're going to have some people that are going to get on there and they're going to be straight clout chasing and talking bad and everything. So I need to want to do this more tactfully if I'm going to do this. That's how the way you should be thinking. And that way you put your own self accountable for your personal actions. Because the whole point is not about you. It's about your child, right? So yeah, I'm with you on Lisa. I'm with all of y'all. At the end of the day, I'm hoping that things will work out for them. That things will work out in their favor. I'm hoping that their mom would be more diligent when doing things like this. Not only just for her, but just for parents, period. Because you don't have to put your child on display on social media. I don't understand why y'all do that. You don't have to do that. To try to either teach a lesson for its discipline or wherever it is. You don't have to do that. Because at the end of the day, the people that you're trying to put them in front of, they really don't care. They either really don't care or they may be some haters. So why put yourself and your family through that? Absolutely. And I'm not agree. Yeah, because you got some people out there, if they personally don't like you, Trey, they most definitely will try to attack your family and everything. And it's crazy that it's like that. And unfortunately, this is the main reason why I had did that show about this. When I did that show saying that it's mainly us who are doing this to each other. Mainly us. I have not seen no other content creators of other ethnicity do this as often as we do it to each other. Hence the reason why also I did the show about the crab in the barrel mentality as well. Because somebody got to talk about it. Somebody got to have this conversation about it. Yeah, and that's true. That's true as well. That is true as well. But the video, it was I don't know, the video was cut off or whatever. That was just part of the video that I had got. So it got cut off. I don't know if there's a full video there, whatever. I honestly don't know. But the mom could have spoke on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the mom could have absolutely spoke on her behalf. Yeah, they will, Trey. If I don't see that. I didn't see. I'm subscribed to, just like you. I'm subscribed to a lot of content creators, especially on YouTube and Facebook. I'm subscribed to a lot of them, and so I'll be going on there, as y'all say, in the bushes. That's the thing that y'all say, in the bushes. I go on there and I don't come in and nothing. I just watch the video and see what they talking about. And so they're telling me, I be seeing them, they be separate talking about people personal things. I done seen videos of people talking about personal addictions. I done seen people going bad, talking about people children, all kind of crazy stuff. All because they didn't like what the person said. And it's crazy. It is crazy. But yet it's still we have to be held accountable for our action. We have to be held accountable for the actions that we do. There's always some, even though we live in the culture that we live in right now, even though we living in this modern day culture right now where it appears that right is wrong and wrong is right, there is still hope out there for you to be that person, to be morally correct, for you to have your own personal foundation, your personal moral foundation, regardless of what people do, regardless of what people say, regardless if people want to slander your name or not. It's so, just like I said before, it's okay to express certain things, but right after that, let it go. Because it's never going to stop until we take personal accountability. It's never going to stop. It's going to keep cycling itself over and over and over again until one of us make the commitment and take accountability and stop and let it go. And y'all looking like, Urban, you making this sound so simple, because it is. It's that simple. Trust me, it is. Only thing you're going to sacrifice is your pride. That's it. Or your ego. That's it. That's all you're going to sacrifice is your pride and ego. That's it. But that little sacrifice is far more greater than you want to experience it every single day. Frustration, madness, jealousy, envy. Sitting up here having headaches all the time because a person talking about you. Wondering if that person talking about you. So you have to go on there and see, let me see what this person talking about this day. Do y'all know how stressful that is? So yes, it is. It's simple. I do it every single day. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all this story too, and I'm not promising I'm gonna be done after this. I'm gonna show y'all this story too. About a year and a half ago, I had did a live, and I was telling us as black people that we need to be held accountable for when we get pulled over by the police, that we don't need to overreact. That was my whole perspective on this video that I did. Is that throughout what I have observed is that we overly react to situations that is not that serious. getting pulled over for a traffic citation because you're either speeding or your license plate expired or whatever the case may be. Run a stop sign, whatever the case may be. I stand firm on what I believe in, saying that you don't need to overreact in the videos. And every video that they were showing was people overreacting just to get their little moment of fame on social media. Then their little moment of fame either led for them getting arrested or shot. Some people even died from their little 5 seconds of fame just because they chose to do that when it wasn't even that serious. But all they had to do was like, okay, comply, okay, cool. And take it to court. Because I do it all the time. Even when I know I'm in the wrong, I still do it. Even when I know I didn't speed or ran a stop sign. Okay, officer, yeah, cool. And take it to court. And 99% of the time, I got the charges dismissed because I showed up in court. And be able to live to fight another day versus acting ignorant for no apparent reason. But yet, that particular video went viral. People was calling me all type of Uncle Toms and everything. People were saying that I'm sucking up to the white man and I'm not about the Black Lives Matter movement and all kind of crazy stuff. People was emailing me. People were sending me DMs and everything. But you want to know what Urban did throughout that whole time? And this happened for like months. And you want to know what I did? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I didn't do no rebuttal video about it, nothing like that. I didn't do absolutely nothing about it. I let people talk. I had let people talk. Oh, you want me to drop the lead PMP? Well, give me a second, bro. I'll drop it. Give me one moment. Give me a second, Jessica. I'm gonna answer that. Let me drop this link real quick. All right, Jessica, you asking me how many how many tickets you done got? I done got a lot. I done got a lot. Especially when I was younger. Cause I used to speed a whole lot. But I done got out of a lot of them just by showing up to court. Cause that was something actually that was something that my dad taught me how to do. My dad told me that he like son, look, if you ever get you a speeding ticket, and I know you will, just show up to court. Just show up to court, and I guarantee they're gonna dismiss it. I like you lying, dad. Like show up to court. Sure enough, one day I got my first speeding ticket. I showed up to court, and they dismissed it. PMP, is this you with A at the end? Yeah, before I let you in. Yes, this you with A at the end. It's on KA. All right, well, I'll let you in. Do, do, do. Yeah, you got to connect your audio too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. How's it going, man?
Everything going good. How you doing?
It's good. It's good. It's good. This is a good topic. Um, One of the things I want to add to it because you asked the question earlier. Why is it that it seems to be a certain group of people? You asked why does it seem to be a certain group of people doing this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting feedback. Hold on. Can you hear
It,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. Am I getting
Perfect.
feedback or is it you?
Yeah, I closed the YouTube thing.
Okay.
So here's the thing. You asked a question about why does it seem to be a certain group that's doing this online, putting their kids out, exposing them
Mm-hmm.
for views and attention.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me think, right? And one of the things, because I'm a parent as well too, and one of the things that I realize is that there is a stigma when it comes to um, when we see white parents or any other group of parents, how when we see the children running the parents and the children pretty much dictating what's going to happen within the household, and the parents are helpless. And we always see that. We always say, not my kids, or we always say, my kids would never do that. We always look at it from that point of view, right? So when I look at these videos, it's never about a teachable moment. It's never about trying to change your children's behavior. It's really only about a certain dominance over your child,
Mm-hmm.
showing your child that you are the one who's in control. You are the one who is quote unquote the top dog, and you can't do anything to either embarrass me, you can't do anything to get the upper hand, and I'm the one who's going to tell you what to do and control you. It seems like it's coming from that point of view rather than a parenting style where you're trying to correct, you're trying to nurture, foster the right type of behavior, coming from a place of sympathy and empathy. It's never coming from those areas, right? It's always coming from a dictatorship type of style, and I think it's done that way because when we look at other parenting styles from other cultures, we always look at it and we say that the parents are soft. So I don't know if this is a way of trying to establish the fact that the parents are in control, the parents are the dominant figures, and this is how we exert our dominance, which I mean, don't get me wrong. The parents are in control. The parents are the ones supposed to tell the children what to do, but there's a correct way to do it. There's
Yeah.
a loving way to do it. There's a nurturing way to do it. And I'll be honest, uh, I had to learn because we all grew up, not all, but some of us grew up where we were spanked,
Yep.
right? And that
Yep.
was that was a form of punishment. It's almost like we a rite of passage, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
as a child you're beaten by whatever objects, a belt or switch, whatever the case may be, and it became the norm. It became acceptable, and we passed it down generation to generation. So I did that as well too, but I realized that number one, not all kids are the same.
True.
Uh, uh, Not every kid has the same personality. Not every kid internalizes it the same. So you have to be careful with using a blanket approach for all kids. And then when you get into tune with your child and you realize what makes them tick, what they respond to, and the ways how they communicate with you, you realize that you don't have to use force at all to get them to do what they should do. It's actually better that you teach them what is the appropriate way to behave
Mm-hmm.
for themselves, because when doing that, you don't have to be around, and they're going to understand right from wrong when you're absent. Whereas if you're using physical force, they will only correct it when you're present to hit them or to correct the action in that moment, right? So there's ways to do things. And what I see from these videos of parents embarrassing their children is it seems like it's coming from a place of frustration. They don't know how to parent effectively, and this is just a way of trying to assert their dominance. And I think it wouldn't be a bad thing to get them into parenting classes, or get them a part of a group session with other parents where they can all feed off each other and find the best ways to approach parenting styles, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think you learn from speaking to other parents. You learn from understanding that it's not only me as a parent that goes through these things. All parents have struggled with these things, but you also learn that there's many different ways to get the same results,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. I agree with that too. Now, I had learned through my classes as I'm taking different sociology classes and therapy classes.
Mhm.
They actually agree with rearing your child. They saying that it's okay for you to rear your child, especially like use physical force, long as you're not abusive to them, like beating them and different things like that. That's what they say. But however, I don't. I personally don't do that. The reason why I personally don't do that is because I had learned that whenever we put our hands on our child in that way, no matter if you're taking a belt and popping them or doing anything like that, that type of corporal punishment came from slavery, bro. That's through
Yeah.
my personal research. So it's as though it's we mimicking what the prior slave master did to our ancestors, and now we're replicating that into our household to create a certain type of, as you say, dominance, over our children. Um,
Yeah.
the dominance, it don't have to be that way. You don't have to put your hands on a child to get the child to comply to your rules and regulation. There are so many other ways they could do, especially mentally. You can do a whole lot of mental things, and it's just as effective as you putting your hands on the child. So I had came to that realization too. As a father, I came to that realization like, hey, look, I'm not that slave master, and I do not want my children to be afraid of me. Not on that type of level. I want them to respect me, not fear me. So I changed the game up altogether. Well, I stopped ruining them like that altogether. And I started disciplining them another way. Then another thing that you mentioned too, bro, is that I started learning the behavior of my children because all of them have a different personality. So
Yep.
by me learning their personality, that's what helped me to effectively parenting them the way that I need to parent them without putting my hands on them.
Yep, exactly. And as parents, that is our obligation to learn your children, learn what they respond to, and adjust accordingly, right? I mean, I don't know, man. Parenting is a tricky thing because there's no book on it,
No, it's not. Mm-mm.
right? I mean, there's books, but there's no book on your child
Exactly.
because your child is unique. Every child is unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it really you really have to study your child. And I'll be honest, when it comes to single parents, it's difficult because when you're the sole provider, and you have to be working X amount of hours a day, a lot of times you're dependent on childcare or daycare. So
Mm-hmm.
someone else has your child more hours of the day than you do, and then your child is in school for the rest of the time. You only get your child to put them to bed. It's hard,
It is.
right? So I feel for single parents and what they have to go through, but at the same time, that I mean, this is the life you have. You have to make sure that at the end of the day that your child is getting what they need, and that you're giving them the support that they need, because these children, they're not developed adults, so they won't reason like adults, they won't rationalize like adults. So you have to be able to provide guidance, right? And one thing that I'm learning, and it's something that is continual learning process, right? Because your kids go from being young kids to puberty to adolescence. They're always changing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so you have to adapt with them as well too. And one of the things that I realize is that if you keep, like, as you do, as you keep if you keep an open dialogue with them throughout the changes that you'll go throughout the different dynamics, they will feel comfortable enough to come to you, bounce off ideas from you, uh, be able to gain confidence by talking to you in an open way, as opposed to feeling that you're going to scold them. And it's going to be beneficial for the child because it's going to raise their self-esteem. It's going to boost their confidence, knowing that not only am I listening to my parent, but I'm also giving input as well too, and I have somewhat control over my decisions with the guidance of my father or mother, right? Or father and mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a give and take. It's a, what's the word? It's
I
obviously a static. It's a fluid relationship, right?
yeah.
Where things change, you give and take, you work together. It's a constant thing that you have to work on. And I just think that if you are a single parent, a lot of times they just don't have the time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I call it each one teach one. Now there's something I do want to bring to your attention to PFP. You mentioned earlier that it's really not a like a book or manual because your child is unique and different, which that is true, by the way. But however, there are several books that deals with the psyche of the child, because every human child has the same basic psyche as they. But the trick about it is that you have to start learning about it when they're a baby. Well, when they going through the developmental stages, you know what I'm saying. So you have to pick up on it right then and there. And this is where I believe that a lot of parents need to take on parenting class about this, because in parenting classes they teach you these certain techniques that you need to look out for as your child is developing. Like I
Okay.
said, yeah, like I said on several of my lives before, that our children is nothing but a sponge. They mimic or replicate the behavior from their parents. That's how they learn. They first starting off learning from their parents. Then once the parents put them out into the world, which in most cases, just like you mentioned, like to daycares or these different other things, that's how they also learning as well. But it always starts in the household. So I believe that all of us, especially us black people that we need to look into the mental behavior of our children when our children enter fresh out of the mother's womb and you begin to nurture and raise that child. Look into different parenting books and different parenting techniques, but they'll help you with that.
I agree. I agree with that. There are books that will help you and guide you and teach you what to look for. You're right.
Mm-hmm. They even when the child is getting older, there are books about that too. Because just like I say, we all even though our children are unique in their own way for its personality traits, the behavior part is still basically the same. You know what I'm saying? You can still catch certain behavior as they develop, even when they become develop into preteens and teenagers and different things like that. There's certain behavioral techniques that you can look out for, and that will help you to guide you through the process of being an effective parent as well.
I agree. I agree. No, this is a good subject, man.
Oh yeah, well yeah. I appreciate you coming up. How you like my new format, bro?
The setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier than the other one that you had. The one that you did after the stream aired.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
Melon. It was cool, but it just wasn't what I was looking for. So I just gave it a trial run. So, but yeah, this way
Yeah.
is better.
No, this works out.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no. I can't put in any logos on here. I gotta put only text for my name, man.
Oh, you can put a logo on there too.
Oh, you can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta work on it.
Yeah. You just have to work on. But Trey, when he was on here, he put this logo on here. That we did
Okay,
a lot the other day.
You know, it is probably because I use this for work, so so I gotta be careful on what I put on here, man.
Yeah, I know.
With the wrong name.
Yeah. So this the reason why I went this route, and I incorporated Zoom on this route because I wanted this platform to be as professional as possible. There, I also wanted to give my guests the option to either cam up or not, because it really don't matter to me. I don't care, as long as I know who you are, and that's the whole point why I have the disclaimer. Then I could see who you are prior before you enter into the room too. So
Yeah. No, I get it. It gives you more control. But yeah, this works.
mm-hmm.
Keep this.
Yeah, I'm still on Zoom, Trey. Yeah, I'm on Zoom right now. But yeah. I want to let's have. I appreciate you coming up, bro. I want to share your perspective and stuff too. Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem. No problem. I'll let you continue with the show, or if you're gonna end it, I'll let you do that. But yeah, I always appreciate these conversations, man. Keep it going.
Absolutely. Go ahead and shout your channel out real quick before you step down.
Yeah, you could check me out. Pardon My Presence. It's just a channel where we discuss, different social events that occur, timely events as well too. When we try to approach it from a standpoint as what will we do in those situations, what we could take away from those situations, and live all better, productive lives, right? So, Pardon My Presence. Check out the channel. Respect to you, Urban Therapist. Respect to Money Boy Trey. Respect to Forever Lisa and everybody else. Take it easy.
All right. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Yeah, Lisa. This is not on StreamYards. I'm way too bougie for StreamYards now. Yeah, Urban got way too bougie for StreamYards, unfortunately. And now, Money Boy, you know how it is with Zoom. you know how it is with Zoom, Money Boy. So don't be tripping. I ain't with the feds. I ain't no double agent. But yeah, I ain't no double agent or anything like that, y'all. But now I do it this way because I want my lives to be as professional as possible. That's my goal, because I want my eyes to stand out. Because I noticed that a lot of people use StreamYard. If they're not on StreamYard, they on what's the other one? Melon. They on one of them. Then it's only a few people who know how to effectively use Zoom. Well, know how to use Zoom effectively. So I want to show y'all how you could effectively use it without, as Trey said, being a double agent. Oh, and I appreciate you sharing me out too, bro. Appreciate that. Oh, say, Trey, this what you could do too, bro. And this what I did. This what I did. I actually have two totally different. I actually have two totally different Zoom accounts. I have one Zoom account for my official urban therapist. Then I have my personal Zoom account as well. So you probably created another Zoom account, and it'd be just for your show, toxic masculinity show. If that's one, if that's what you want to do, that way you have a separate Zoom and you're not using your personal Zoom. That way you want to go on here and keep on have to constantly change your name over back and forth. Like one day you showed up to court and doing this. You're gonna show up on court on your Zoom call. That mother gonna say toxic masculinity. It has some stakes on it. the judge gonna be like, hey, what is toxic masculinity and what's up with all these stakes on it, bro? Oh man. Oh yeah, that's cool. But yeah, stream yours to you die. And just like I say, y'all, I'm not knocking StreamYard at all. I ain't knocking it. When I was using it, it was a great tool to use. You know what I'm saying? This StreamYard is very easy to use. I ain't knocking it at all. So if StreamYard is your thing or mailing your thing, then by all means, use it. Yeah, use it to the best of your ability. But for us urban, I just want mine to be as professional as possible. So that's why I changed everything around, changed the format around, which I'm always doing that. Because another thing too is that I'm actually my biggest fan, and I'm also my biggest critic as well. So I do go back over and look at my videos and stuff, see about things that I talk about, and I look at it and I view it. I'm like, man, I could have did this better, or maybe I need to do this, maybe I need to do that, whatever. So I'm my biggest fan, but also I'm my biggest critic as well. So that keeps me constantly trying to improve, to evolve it even more to where y'all have great quality. Oh, yeah, Miss Lisa. Actually, my whole platform is running on Restream. So I went back to Restream, and my whole entire platform is running on Restream. But I'm not using the actual Restream link to do my shows. I'm only using Restream just to streaming simultaneously throughout my platforms, which is Facebook, YouTube, all the other platforms I got at the same time. That's the only reason why I'm using Restream for that purpose only. But other than that, yeah, I'm using another software program called Ecamm. That's currently what I'm using. And so on Ecamm, they had a limit to how many interviews you can do in a single show. Well, actually, for a month, they had a limit to how many interviews you could do for a whole entire month. So I didn't like that. So I want to figure out another way where I could bypass that limit. So that's where I thought about. Like, you know what? I could use Zoom. So I had got my Zoom account reactivated and stuff for my official urban therapist. I got it reactivated. So I've been using Zoom ever since then, getting the program in. So where we at right now? So where we at right now? I am, bro. I ain't lying. I am, bro. I'm urban bougie for real, bro. I am, bro. I see. I'm not disagreeing with you because Trey, you know me, bro. You know me, bro. So I ain't no telling. Say from a month from now, ain't no telling. From another month or two from now, I probably end up having some live studio cameras up in this mug next. So there ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. So But yeah, once again, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in today. I appreciate that a whole lot. What you say, PNP? Let me put this up here. Hey, actually, PNP, actually, the program that I'm using, this is the exact program that Kevin Samuels used on his shows all the time. I'm gonna be real about it. And I am keeping it real too, Trey. Stop playing, bro. State gang. Bougie mode. And hey, PP, I actually can do that with my likes, by the way. I can have my likes synchronized to the music and everything if I wanted to, but I didn't want to be exactly like Kevin Samuels. I just wanted to know the software that he was using. I just want to know the software that he was using. That's it. So I can have my likes synced to the music and everything if I wanted to, but I'm not doing it because I want to be unique. And Chris, stop hating, bro. Stop hating. Talking about glitch coming soon. Stop hating, bro. I'm gonna get you up here one day too, Chris. Show your perspective. Bye, y'all. I'm done, y'all. I'm done with the show. Once again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I really do. Did it stop? Oh, I guess it stopped on Zoom. But anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in and stuff. Don't forget to follow my page as well. Let me switch to my other camera. By the way, don't forget to follow my page, The Official Urban Therapist. Share it out as Trey did as well. I have no idea why it's showing I have no idea why it's showing the black screen on YouTube. So it don't have nothing to do with me. That's all YouTube. That's all YouTube doing that, not me. But yeah, anyway, y'all. Anyway, appreciate y'all following me. And like I always, y'all continue to fight fate with faith, and I will see y'all again.